Okay, we're live. I am painting some World Eaters today. Been kind of just grinding through this like bronze trim. Did that on the stream last time. Let me keep it going. So I'm trying this new archetype because I've been pretty interested in the kind of the MSU. It's like how I played Ninth Edition was like kind of rocking the MSU World Eaters, but I had like a ton of like Berserkers and stuff, a bunch of 8-bound. I actually didn't really run Angron in my Ninth Edition lists, which was, for one, I didn't own the model right away, but for two, I also really kind of like that playstyle, and I feel like with the way that some auras and stuff worked, I felt like MSU was just kind of really strong in Ninth Edition. And now that we're kind of moving a little bit away from that, the way that like stratagems and characters and stuff work, you don't see MSU as much, but at least kind of in like my local scene a little bit. I'm seeing kind of the MSU, the slightly more like cheap skirmisher pieces kind of arising. And you have kind of like, one hammer that's maximum size with a character that you can buff. Seeing that a little bit. And I've been kind of thinking, well, World Eaters are interesting in that they can sort of buff themselves, the whole army. They kind of like are army-wide buffed through a little bit of gunk. Through their blessings of corn roll, they're kind of, the whole army is getting buffed at a time, which is like less dependent on having a super strong character or dropping a stratagem on. It's kind of like you can run MSU with World Eaters, and the army rules can kind of take care of you, which I find incredibly interesting. Sorry, just pulling up the chat. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Yeah, I just think it's like super interesting, and I don't know. I think it'll work. We'll see. I've got a game against my friend Brian with the new Necron Codex. Maybe tomorrow? I gotta talk to him, so I'm not 100% sure if we're playing tomorrow. Probably tomorrow? We'll see. But hopefully, this new archetype can generate some results. I want to do it for like a couple of reasons, mostly because I do kind of like that playstyle where like, you lose a unit and it's not so devastating to have lost it. But I'm also interested if it's just even possible to kind of get away from what I find frustrating about Index Hammer is that it's just like, once the internet sees a good list, it just kind of is like, okay, let's see, everybody's going to just run this one archetype because this one player did super well at an event with a list. I don't know. I feel like that kind of takes some of the like creativity out of like list building, which is like, I guess, a little bit of like how indexes push you to think about stuff. Because really, especially with World Eaters where they have like a limited range, there's like only so much that you can do to like think of something super outside the box. So it's a little bit on the challenging side. It's to just stay focused right there. But I'm also looking forward to not only running... I did run a version of this list that had jackals in it, or extra jackals. I'm running kind of like the mandatory set of one squad of jackals that you kind of use to kind of sit on your home objective, you know, screen out. I'm doing that, which has been super good. I've also been running, which is also a similar thing that's what's going on in that that Angron list that was getting a lot of traction online. Is running a Lord on Juggernaut with the enhancement Favorite of Corn. And he's kind of also helping screen out my backline, which is super, super good. But I was also running, to finish my thought, I was also running a second squad of Jackals in a third Rhino. I had 3 Rhinos in this list, and I think maybe it was just a little bit too much utility. But I had a third Rhino that the Jackals were in, and they were basically, what I would do with them is I would, as quickly as I could, dump them out into the middle 2 objectives, like the no man's land. And if I could, I played that one mission where, I forget what the name of it is, where you add a second no man's land, which was like super easy. Because when if somebody kills jackals in like one activation, then they sticky the objectives that they're on. So I had strung out across 2 objectives, kind of hoping that I would get one shot by like some flamers or just, you know, a bunch of bolter fire, so that they would die and then sticky both the middle objectives, and then I'd have that Rhino that I'm assuming the other player would probably just ignore, and then I would kind of drive the Rhino around, just be kind of a nuisance, throwing on, I forget how much OC a Rhino has, it's like 2 or 3. Throwing like 2 or 3 OC on a point to just be as annoying as humanly possible. Which was, it worked out. I mean, I ended up, like, you know, tagging some stuff so that they couldn't, like, overwatch me with that Rhino. It ended up being a pretty useful piece. But then I still had, like, 2 other Rhinos that were kind of doing similar roles. And maybe, I don't know, it felt a little overkill. It also kind of felt like a tad unnecessary to have that that Jackal squad sticking an objective, when I kind of feel like, you know, the opponent wants to go to the center objective whether you've got it sticky or not. So there's like, you don't really need to incentivize your opponent to push middle. Most people will just do it, because there's 2 secondaries that can be scored in the middle. So to, like, you know, unless your opponent's taking fixed, which into World Eaters is like not really something that happens. I'm not really running, I mean, yeah, without Angron, I'm not running like a ton of characters. I think potentially I give up Assassinate if my opponent tables me, but like I don't give it up in a way that, like, you know, I could hide the characters if I wanted to and probably prevent it. So I think most opponents would probably take fixed into this list. I mean, they could do it. Teleport homers and assassinate. I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I mean, into World Eaters, I guess, because they don't want to protect the back line. Maybe, like, behind enemy lines is interesting to take into World Eaters. It's actually a really interesting idea. I didn't think about that until I was saying it right now. If I ever played against World Eaters, I might take behind enemy lines, because what are you going to do? Not come out? Kind of interesting. You take, like, behind enemy lines and deploy Teleport Homer. Then you're just probably fighting over the middle all game. I was talking to some of my friends about this. I don't love fixed secondaries. Mostly because I was, like, playing Tau for a lot of 10th edition. And fixed secondaries feels pretty bad as a Tau. It's like you're just trying to play the game, and because like your whole army is vehicles, it's just like blows. Because like I'm not even skewing, I'm just like playing Tau. And to play Tau, you give up Bring It Down, which kind of stinks. Even if you do like the Breacher archetype that people have been talking about, like you're gonna bring 2 or 3 Devilfish, and then you're gonna bring some Broadside. Like everything is. Are Broadside's vehicles still? As soon as I said Broadside, I thought for a second maybe it was infantry, but maybe it's not. Heyo, what's cool? What's up, Cool Trader Camillo? How are you? Welcome to the stream. To move this, I'm more encouraged to put my hands here. I think we're mostly getting to a good spot on this guy. Nice. I think this also has to be gold. Yeah, but I made some changes from that last list where it's no longer has a 3rd Rhino, it no longer has a 2nd squad of Jackals, which is that total I think is 145 points. It's 75 plus 70 is 145. So I ended up replacing that little package with just one more squad of regular 8-bound. And then in my last list, I noticed since I have Lord Invocatus for the scout move handout, I noticed in my last game that it was I couldn't hand out the lost my train of thought. I noticed in my last game that having 3 squads of regular 8-bound is like actually not a good idea. Because if you want, I mean, it's fine. It's just the way I was trying to play them, I was like, oh, just scout move them all up. Not realizing that the 3 scout moves in my head, I was like, oh, there's 3 scout moves at the beginning of the game. But it's actually Lord Invocatus and 2 Exalted 8-bound. So what I ended up changing is I had a 6-man 8-bound and 2 3-man 8-bounds, and I put them into 2 6-man 8-bounds now. So now Invocatus will hand out 2 scout moves to the 2 6-man 8-bound. Then Invocatus will get his own scout move, and then I have 3 more squads of 8-bound that will get their own scout move. So I will now have 6 scout moves, which is just so aggressive. I'm all about that. So we be zooming. Oh, you just got back from SF? That's nice. How was it? Yeah, just need to get like a few more reps on this list. I played against Vanguard Space Marines the other day with that, like the change being it was 1 6-man Exalted plus 2 3-mans, and then having the Jackals, the extra squad of Jackals and the extra Rhino. It actually went okay, and then having a 3rd Rhino kind of clinched me the victory by like 1 point, because I was able to just be super annoying with rhinos at the end of the game. Because they're just kind of not that easy to pick up. You kind of have to dedicate a lot of stuff to it. And both my opponent and myself were sort of like running low on resources. Because like he's took all his firepower like into my 8-bound and stuff to like knock them out. And he was just kind of like leaving the rhinos, which I think you should. But then, you know, then I was trading back and taking out the things that could kill the rhinos. So yeah, a lot of my killing pieces were gone. But so were his. Then there was just a bunch of rhinos hanging out at the end of the game. Which made me win by 1. Which hilariously, I was saying this in the other stream, I hilariously almost lost that game because I don't know how to do math. Because I scored my points at the beginning of the turn, but I was the second player, so you're supposed to do it at the end. And because I counted my points at the beginning, I was like, oh, I have 10 points. But I'm supposed to do it at the end, I was like, oh, I have 15 points. Which ended up getting me the victory by 1. Oh, rainy? It's kind of a bummer. It was probably like at least warm though. Because when it rains in Southern California, it's not the most miserable thing in the world. I mean, it can be. Last year when it rained for 3 months straight, that was pretty brutal. It's worth sliding the camera over my shoulder. Oh, damn! What's gonna fold? That stinks. Alright, let's see if I can just shimmy this camera without breaking the entire stream. Will it blend? Alright, there. Over my shoulder. Am I in the way? Be here for this camera. Damn, I had this all set up and now I'm just being... Alright, so that, my face is in that frame. This. Press this. Rotate this light on. Does that look focused? Maybe it does. Just move this so I can see a little better. Wish I could see it worse now. There we go. Nice. Okay. I just wanted the camera to be lined up like a little bit with my eye line more because I felt like I kept twisting the miniature like out of view so I could see it better. Oh wait, yeah, you were an SF. For some reason, I was thinking San Diego. Yeah, it gets a little chillier up there. Where's the redwoods and stuff? Because I don't even think they could. That's not even Southern California anymore. That's just California. Over by San Francisco. It's like the middle of the state. Yeah, not SoCal. Dude, Pikmin is a solid game. I like kind of can't believe that I've been like just ignoring that franchise for 25 years. For as much as I'm like a Nintendo fanboy. I just got I don't know, I'm like 6 hours in or something on 3. I just got like the flying Pikmin. I'm trying to like rescue Louie from he's like fell on top of a tree or something, and I'm pretty sure there's a boss up there. But I got distracted this morning and just kind of like stopped playing. I'm trying to like complete this bridge or something to get over there and save him. So yeah, too bad they make one game a decade. Well, I mean that's good for me because now I have 4 games to play to hold me over until Pikmin 5. I gotta think, though, they're gonna start making them faster. With how much... Like, how they put Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Switch. I think they want them to be more popular. Like, that's such a huge push to put the entire franchise on one system. I think I should probably bronze out this corn thing on his helmet. I think. I don't know what else it would be. It's probably just bronze. I don't want to move this. I feel like my camera keeps trying to focus on the letters on the water. My goal is to get this 2,000 point list mostly painted actually by December 30th because I have a tournament on the 30th, and it would be sweet if I was actually done by then. But like worst case scenario, I need to get this painted by like January 19th or something. I'm running a league at my local store, and it ends then, and I need to get my army like, you know, I mean the rule I guess is like 3 colors based. I'm not holding people too hard to the painting standard rule, but I would like this to be parade ready before I submit my photo. The 50 points. I'm in all the way. I feel like it's focused. I can't really tell. Make it worse? I was leaning. Here. That's alright. Man, this brush is drying out so fast. A little bit too hard. Yeah, so I'm excited about this list because it just should. I think it's like at 14 units. I could probably count it out. It's got jackals, 2 rhinos. That's 3. Then I'm gonna count the characters that are supporting my berserkers as just 1 unit. So, or with the berserkers as 1 unit. So it'll be like 3, 4, 5. Plus the 2 horse guys, that's 6, 7. Plus... what else? The 5 8-bound squads, which is 12. Is that it? Am I missing some characters? I think so. Maybe it's 14 units, but 12 actual units after you put the characters on. It's jackals, 2 berserkers, 5 8-bounds, 2 rhinos, a couple characters. Yeah, probably, you know, for game purposes, there's 12 units moving around the table. But 14 if you don't count Karn. Karn and Master of Execution. Just kind of curious too, without buying like sustained hits or something, if the regular 8-bound are like capable of punching up as hard as I want. Possibly. It's actually interesting to maybe drop 2 of those, because the total it costs 270. And I think I'm at 1980 right now with the my current list, so I'd have 20 points of play for free if I decided to make some changes. Yeah, because I could drop 270. Yeah, 290. It's a little challenging. Because it'd be nice to maybe evenly trade 2 of those for another 6-man Exalted. To have 3 6-man Exalteds running around seems pretty gnarly. I don't even own that many models of them, so it's not something I'm super interested in trying to figure out. It's kind of half worth thinking about, I guess. Just from like a theory craft perspective. Spawn parts are like very smooth, kind of hard to get the paint on. Man, I'm really curious. I mean, not curious, but I've been really wanting to get my Custodes back on the table. But every time I bring them back out, just feel like I don't have enough assets. Overcosted. Ends up making me just mad. Custodes were definitely OP at the start of the edition. They just got absolutely dumpstered. Slate. These need to be bronze also. They probably are bronze. Getting there. Actually, we're making progress. I actually haven't. Actually, pretty good progress. I can remember to not stick my face in front of you. Pretty solid. This front chest piece. I swear the newer miniatures, the paint just goes up like that. It's just smoother. Just goes up so much nicer. I need to do tonight maybe is research kind of the Connectic Court or whatever. Kind of don't know their rules. I like skimmed them when there was kind of the first wave of all the Necron news and everyone was talking about it. Seems super strong. Way more killy than what Necrons have been before. Or at least before in this edition where it's like so tanky. Now they're just gonna be like, we're gonna move fast and kill you. But same, bro. Also gonna move fast. I have chain swords. Zoom, zoom, zoom. think I'm doing like 5 thin coats with this Rinlord brass, but just need to calm down. I'm looking forward to cleaning this stuff up later. But I need to get some more. Solid, okay. Oh, there's a couple of corn symbols down here I can grab. Yeah. Well, if it wasn't watered, was it thinned down before? It is now. So this is an Exalted 8-bound, but it's a kit bash. So the arms are from the Exalted 8-bound kit, but the head is a Chaos Spawn head. Those arms, I think, are from Chaos Spawn? No. One of them is a... Oh, both of them are, maybe. One of them is... No, one of them's from Chaos Spawn. One of the arms is a Bloodletter arm. And then that head is the Exalted 8-bound head. And then Exalted 8-bound feet, but then we've got, like, the like, Khorne Blood Warriors or something, or whatever they're called, from Sigmar. But, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this kit bash. Kinda can't wait for it to be, like, actually being done painted. It's dope. You can grab those. Not. Speaking of World Eaters, I am doing World Eaters for my Space Marines that I've been working on. This is my test model. I think it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna do like a reddish, probably on the base, like this with the Martian Iron Crust, probably. Basing is like super boring. It's hard to get passionate about basing. Mostly blocked in. Yep, the next step. Alright, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have a 6-man. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got... I think this one needs a little bit of touch-up after I airbrushed. Bronze looking a little bit purple after the airbrush. This kit bash I like a lot. It is just like the hand of a possessed that I just put on the head of an Exalted 8-Bound. And then just molded some eyes out of green stuff to just make him look like a Muppet, which I just think is super funny. Fight my Muppet Exalted 8-Bound. I have to like beyond touch up that. Let's just redo this part. The thing that I like about live streaming painting, other than like, I don't know, it's just I like live streaming, but it just forces you to do it. I can't get up. I can't check my phone. I mean, I could, but kind of like forces you to like, hey man, have you tried staying focused? Finishing the miniature you're on before moving to the next one? So there we go, he's blocked in. Only got 4 left to do the trim on, which is pretty solid. Ah! This one looks cool too. All the ones I put like a bunch of time in on kit bashing like the other day, way happier with how they turned out. Because I did this about, maybe not a year ago, at the beginning of the year. I kit bashed 3 of these. I'm way happier with the ones that I kit bashed at the end of the year. I don't know if I got like any better at kit bashing. I think maybe I just had more bits to use this year, or at the end of the year. Like I could afford to be a little bit more creative. Oh yeah, this is where the other bloodletter arm went. I think it's just like a solid kit bash. On an exalted 8-pound, they have 8 demons inside of them. It would be corn demons, would they not? So to have a bloodletter arm just like busting through his back is like... A lot of that just needs to be purple. Flesh and gore a little bit. Got a little bit of the Runler brass just like a little bit too far up on this brush. Just got it. I want this thing to like last me a while. $8 for a brush, and I'm sure that's like, you know, if people are super into the painting part, that's probably not that expensive, but for the part of the hobby that is like not my favorite part, it annoys me to spend money on. I've always told people, they're like getting all excited about the painting stuff. I'm just like, you know, more of a dice guy than a brush guy. But I see the appeal. It's like kind of chill. Obviously, you know, doing it for fun right now and streaming it. I think I just, you know, if you choose chaos, you really have to embrace this trim. It is tedious as hell. I mean, Thousand Suns is like so ornate. I had them for like a little bit. I ended up trading them for Mortal. Man, oh man. Ton of time touching this stuff up. It just takes so long to lock in. Oh, I just hit my... Stream's a little bit of like a technical test today. I had some technical problems in my last stream. Seems to be going good. Figure out like what the... I like that. Shot looks good, but it's not super ergonomically comfortable. I bet if I could maybe get the camera tripod on the desk, flip it, like legit, this is like Tell me that's not legit. Yeah, like this looks so good, but I gotta figure out a way. I don't think maybe the tripod will go up there. Try it. Let's just mess around with it. Alright. Alright, I think an hour is probably good enough. I'm going to kill it here. Probably mess with this stuff a little bit more. But if you tuned in, thanks. If not, the content will improve. I need more time to kind of work on it. Just thought I'd paint some trim in. Thanks for watching.